Welcome to the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Let's begin our newscast with today's news headlines. Late yesterday, Lowcountry Congresswoman Nancy Mace spoke angrily and tearfully for nearly an hour, accusing her ex-fiancé and 3 of his male business associates of assault, sexual exploitation, and voyeurism of her and more than a dozen other women, claiming she'd found video evidence from cell phones and hidden cameras. All 4 of the men have issued strong denials to the Post and Courier newspaper. Now, the state law enforcement division, SLED, says it did open an investigation 15 months ago after being contacted by U.S. Capitol Police. Mace also blasted Attorney General Alan Wilson for slow-walking the case, which Wilson quickly denied. Now, Mace was engaged to Charleston software entrepreneur Patrick Bryant for a year and a half until their breakup in late 2023. She claims 2 of the men served cocktails that caused her to black out in one of the incidences, after which she was raped. She has also accused Bryant of physically assaulting her as their relationship was ending, and that she has had to move 4 times in recent months and is being treated for PTSD. As a reminder, a very interesting workshop on the future of the Hilton Head Bridge project will be on Wednesday afternoon at 5 p.m. at the Buck Walter Rec Center in Bluffton, attended by both the Hilton Head Town Council and the Beaufort County Council. Now, the rare joint workshop will get officials and the public on the same page about the options for the bridge offered by the State Department of Transportation, and there'll likely be discussion of funding options as well. So you were invited to attend and even speak at the meeting. Much of our part of the country was spared the wrath of Hurricane Helene, but you've heard the stories about rebuilding struggles of our other neighbors statewide, particularly in the upstate. As of last week, FEMA has approved over $260 million in disaster assistance to about 234,000 South Carolina households, 44 million of that for housing assistance. And while the disaster recovery centers are now closed statewide, you can still contact FEMA through their website, disasterassistance.gov, for help. And finally, even though, well, it's almost 2 years out, there's significant interest in South Carolina's Senate seat and governorship. Now, Lindsey Graham has already put a team together and is raising money to try to win a 5th term. And now Mark Lynch, an upstate business owner and former candidate for the state Senate, is announcing he'll run against Graham in next year's primary. Lynch owns an appliance store in Greenville and is portraying Graham as not conservative enough and ineffective and untrustworthy. He criticized Graham for his mishandling of the immigration crisis, the opioid crisis, border security, and American manufacturing, and says he'll spend $5 million of his own money on the campaign. For more information on these stories and many more, please check out the media sources listed on your screen, and remember to follow us on Facebook and watch us on YouTube, and check out our website at WHHITV.com. If you have a news tip or a story idea, well, you can just email it to us at news@WHHITV.com. And coming up after the break, we'll talk with the police chief for the town of Bluffton. Don't go away.